feel like I let too many people in on my feelings and I'm not fucking with it. I should have texted Zaynab and told her what the fuck was up. But then again, if you tell somebody something, you want them to know whether it's subconscious or not. Like, maybe I knew telling her that would lead to that. The fact that I'm even saying that right now indicates that I did know that. But feelings are crazy. Like, they're really crazy. Our subconscious is really fucking crazy, and I want my one. Like, like, how do you really make sense of this shit for real? And if the people I attract in my life has something within them that I have within me, then should I even be fucking surprised? Like, alright, by saying this, you know who, right? It's some similarities that we share, right? It's some similarities that we share, like him, you know, just the way that he maneuvers into his habits. Like, do you share same habits with somebody that you like? And if so, like, if y'all both have similar negative habits, is it good for y'all to be really together? Because that similarities in habits could probably be y'all downfall in the relationship, whether you realize it or not. If you both repress not information, but if you both repress emotions, how is y'all emotional connection really gonna be verbalized? Like, are y'all really gonna have the best communication? Are you really gonna say what you really feel? Or are you gonna say, let your shadow project your emotions instead? Let your ego speak for you instead. And it's like, when I try to sit and really fathom what the fuck happened, could I say karma? You feel me? Because I've done that too. So really, can I be mad? Like, that's the thing. Like, if you did something to somebody in the past and then somebody in your present does the same thing to you, can you really be hurt? I think that'd be my main thing. Like, I'd be feeling like, damn, can I really be hurt? Because I did to somebody in the past, so I just feel like this is a lesson. Now I gotta move on. But it's like, bitch, are you really dealing with them emotions? Are you really? I think I learned from it, but I just don't think I actually dealt with my emotions when it came to it, because I didn't want to feel that shit. But maybe that's the whole point. I'm supposed to feel that shit, so I really fucking understand. Like, that's how I'm really supposed to understand, by feeling it. And that shit hurts. It really do hurt. Like, that shit hurt. Alright. Oh, see, like, even when I started getting teary-eyed, I was like, bitch, you better suck that shit up. Like, what are you doing? Crying. What the fuck are you crying for? Pooh, you can't get comfortable. You just keep moving. But yeah, maybe that's what I'm saying. I feel like everything kind of adds up for a reason, so then I can basically talk and get this shit out, because I couldn't sit and just talk to myself and get this shit out in the past. But now, because everything has happened and I said more, I let more out, it opened me up to just really realizing more. And sometimes I think I let other people's emotions or actions, just other people, kind of taint my view of what I know I am, you know? Like, that whole situation made me feel like, well, damn, did he not see who the fuck I was? Wait, who the fuck really am I? Like, is this shit really something I should value in myself? Because why didn't he value it? But it's like, you shouldn't, it's not somebody else's job to uphold them same values in yourself. You're supposed to do that. That's a big thing. Like, we don't realize we put our values of ourselves in our relationship, and then when that, or just even like with somebody, so when that same person doesn't value them same things that you probably value about yourself, you feel unvalued. And that's how it made me feel. And in that process, I kind of unvalued myself. Like, I didn't look at myself like, bitch, your fucking mind is incredible. We value our mind, so you need to find somebody that value your mind too. Like, you need to find somebody who values your mind, because that's what you value the most. That's what you find the most beautiful within yourself. So you need to find somebody that can give you that same energy, somebody that you can talk to, and your mind feels fucking stimulated. Your brain feels stimulated. You feel a euphoria feeling just off of talking. Not even sex, not even nothing sexual, but just communication, conversation. And have I found somebody like that? I found somebody who valued my mind. But if I'm being honest, I don't think I necessarily value his mind, or his mind doesn't really stimulate me the way that I want. Or maybe I'm looking at him with a perception of how, with a comparison of him and this other dude. So it's like, I can't truly value him because I'm looking for the traits in this other dude and him. That possibly could be true, but if I'm really to sit here right now and be honest with myself, okay, I know these people are totally different. When I talk to this person, I see him for who he is. Like, I honestly see him for who he is, and he is a good person, but I don't think I could be with this person and then still feel like that's enough for me. He has some things, but not most of the things I feel like I need. But then it comes to the question of, what the fuck do I really need or want in a man? Let's say that right now. Whatever comes to our mind, we're not even gonna try to sit and think about it too much. I want somebody that's fucking intelligent. Somebody that's, and when I mean intelligent, I mean to the point where you have that same passion for learning and discovering and being curious about information and knowledge the same way as me. Wisdom, like, you value wisdom. You don't have to be a person that just fucking loves school, because I don't love school, but I love knowledge. I still love learning things. I still love discovering things. So I feel like you should be the same, so we can both stimulate each other. We can both learn from each other. You can be the teacher, I can be the teacher. You can be the student, I can be the student, type shit. Somebody that's goofy, okay? Because I'm goofy. Somebody that's open to being open. Somebody that's open to being vulnerable. I think I found myself in many cases of the only one being vulnerable in a relationship. So that's why I was always the one that got hurt the most, because I felt like I was showing the most, or I was giving the most. So you have to be vulnerable. Somebody that's caring, somebody that's understanding. When I mean understanding, I don't just mean understanding of me. Of course, I want you to be understanding of me, but understanding to the point where you can look at things from different points of view. It's not just your point of view. Like, have that, not just no tunnel vision. Like, you can look outside the tunnel and still find shit, you know? Somebody that's spontaneous. I don't want no boring ass man, okay? I want you to be spontaneous, because I be having urges to do stuff, and I feel like you should have the same urges too. Like, keep my attention. What else? Looks can be a negotiable. Like, you know, I'm not gonna say light skin, dark skin, brown skin. Like, that's a plus if you look good. Of course, I want you to look good. I want you to be appealing to me also physically and also mentally. But yeah, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, looks don't matter, because that would be cap. That would be cap if I say that. So I'm not gonna say that. But you know, I can't also judge you off your looks, because that's just your vessel. So I can't even do that. But yeah, I do feel better though. After letting all that shit out, I feel way more better. Because I think we be in our heads and we basically be having this conversation with ourselves. But sometimes I don't think that we're always having a better conversation with our better selves. We having a conversation with our ego. We're having a conversation with our shadow. We having a conversation with that part of us that we repress, like our subconscious. And sometimes that conversation don't be rational, it be irrational. So when I actually talk out loud and I hear myself and I'm actually paying attention to myself, I'm conscious of what I'm saying, I can be like, all right, like, that's me speaking out emotions. That's not me speaking rational. That's not me speaking logically. That's me speaking off emotion. And sometimes I feel like sometimes when I do let myself feel the feels, it be irrational. And that's why I don't be trying to let myself feel emotions, because I know as soon as I just let me think off the emotions, it's gonna be irrational, it's gonna be impulsive, it's not gonna make sense to me, or it's not gonna be something that I'm gonna be proud of in the future. Because feelings always change. Feelings are just energy in motion. Like, feelings are just, they're always changing. But logic, you can look at your emotions in the future and be like, what the fuck, like, that changed. But then your logic, something that you actually sit and think about, you can look at in the future and be thankful that you made that decision off of logic and not emotion. So that's one thing. I think that's another reason why I probably don't let myself feel too much emotions, because of that fear of, being irrational, letting my emotions consume me and build my reality. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to take everything to heart, because then once I do take shit to heart, you know how it be when you take tough shit to heart. Like, something that can happen to you, like a heartbreak. Like, yeah, you're supposed to feel that shit, but it's only for so long. You're not supposed to dwell in that shit for too long. I don't like to dwell in shit for too long, because then it like fucks up my reality. You start seeing shit differently. I truly believe, well, at least for me, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I can be having a good ass day. I could be, just vibing, and then something can happen where it's like it fucks with me emotionally. It triggers me emotionally. And my whole perspective can change. Like, I could probably look at something and look at it with fucking joy. And then I look at it with fucking sadness. And it's like, what the fuck does this even mean? But it's like, what the fuck do you mean? What does that shit mean? It means something. That probably didn't make sense. But yeah, like, I think I just need to do this more. Video confessions. I got my ring light up and shit. Like, period. This is diary number 1. What's today? February the 5th, 11:02. I have some homework I need to do. I don't feel like doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, me thinking about school just took me out of my fucking joy that I was just in. But I'm back now because I changed my perspective. Once you change your perspective and what you think about, that shit actually is fucking true. If you have the mental capacity to change your perspective and be aware when your perspective change, you can always change it back. Like, I'm back in my good space. I'm back looking at shit logically and rationally, and I'm fucking good. That's why I think I be having mood swings, but it don't be that. It's just because I make transitions. Like, I'm Gucci now. All that other shit, I am hurt by that, You know, my emotions was hurt by that. But I'm okay. And I know that just how I love that person with so much, I can move on to the next person and give them that same love. It's just simply, if we're gonna, try to get technical with it and use terms, it was really a sense of dopamine, a sense of pleasure I got from talking, being with that person. My emotion, like how I felt with that person, but I can also put that same emotions into somebody else. Somebody else can give me that same feeling. It's just that I haven't met anybody that gave me that same feeling. So that's why I'm still fixated on this person, because they gave me this feeling. It's just like with a drug, like weed. That nigga was weed for me. You feel me? And then I was fucking high. Like, we was smoking a lot too. I really do feel like that's another factor too, because I'm already getting dopamine off of the feelings of being high. So then it's like, I also like being with you. So now I'm high and I'm with you. That's dope. That's double dopamine right there. I'm getting excitement. Exactly.